are back at To The Podcast, episode 136. We in the building. It's your boy, International Walk.
It's your girl, Tosh, the co-hostess with the mostest.
How you give it to him in Spanish? 136.
Oh, 136.
136. There you go. We are back for another episode.
I thought you was asking me to say, it's your girl, Tosh, the co-hostess. I was going to say, I need some more lessons.
Y'all know all the platforms y'all can find us on, the Breakers, the
let
Anchors,
them know,
the
let them
Google
know, let them know.
Podcasts, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the TikToks, the X's, because ain't no more Twitter.
Oh, right.
So it's X. Threads is dead. Sorry.
Why?
It just died on the vine.
What happened to it? It went away?
Died on the vine.
Oh, wow.
It's not dead, but died on the vine. People just...
Because, you know what I think it is? It was a formatting thing, too. I know for the...
people don't like the way it interfaces.
Yeah, for the short time that I was there, so as my friend, if you comment on something, it shows me that. So I was seeing more posts of people that I didn't know because people that I was friends with on there were commenting,
Yeah,
which kind of like opened my, parameters up to pages that I would have never seen. But that don't necessarily mean that I want to see all that. Yeah. And then I think part of it too was a lot because of the connectivity of Threads and Instagram. A lot of things that people were posting on Instagram, they were also posting on Threads, and I don't need to see both in both places.
Yeah, it's all over the place. It's just a little bit weird. Yeah. And again, the formatting and interface. I mean, I guess when they get it together, people will be back. But you can't erase it. You could just not open it no more.
Yeah, I haven't opened it in
but you can't
probably
erase
a month.
It because it erases your Instagram.
And I should have known that it wasn't really going to be for me because the Twitter thing I never really got into, and it's the same exact format.
Yeah.
Just wasn't my shtick.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people's shtick. Twitter's a mean place. You wouldn't be able to survive Twitter. I wouldn't be able to survive Twitter. I'd be wanting to, find out where people live at. What the fuck is you talking about? Because y'all go too far on this app.
I'm happy I'm a little thick-skinned when it comes to social media, but I get what you're saying. People have said not negative things about me personally, but have made comments about, some clips and stuff that you posted. I just laughed.
TikTok said you was dumb.
Yeah, I just laughed. You don't know me. And if I was dumb, it probably would have been like, oh man, again, somebody calling me dumb. Damn, they found out.
Oh, man, again.
Right. But anybody that knows me knows I'm not dumb. So it was just okay, stranger. I did see somebody.
Is that how it is when it's true?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know now.
I did see a comment. It was something that it was a clip where we were talking about people gravitating to us. Meaning, no, we're not no huge international stars, but people that know us tend to like us. I mean, that's just the experience that we've had in life. We have great people in our circle, although our circle is small, and people tend to like us. And somebody had commented and was like, who gravitates to y'all? I said, the people who watch this, thanks for commenting. You come here to say that? You're here, obviously, for whatever reason, however you found yourself here.
You're gravitating somehow.
So, thanks. We appreciate it. And that wasn't no big-headed moment because anybody that knows me know that just ain't it. I'm just not that girl. But it's I'm happy that I'm kind of thick-skinned. I'm not about to be. I did find myself in a moment during, the George Floyd era.
Oh, going back to that.
No, I'm saying where I would engage, but I stopped. I would find myself being angry and engaging with people on the news. But I stopped. I'm not getting myself riled up for strangers.
How are you? Get right to it.
I am great. Guess what?
What?
I'm a 10 today mentally.
Wow.
I am feeling.
My doobie is fucked up.
Really? We talking about the doobie during my mental evaluation?
Go ahead.
I am feeling tremendous today. Kind of because of my wow, and we didn't get there yet, but it's just been a great week. Thank you, God. I had therapy today. I'm off.
I asked you, how was it though? We talked about the other thing, but I asked you how you was.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it. I had therapy. I'm off work today. My baby is healthy and here. Thank you, Jesus. I'm just feeling great. My family's healthy. My family's, safe. You know, I have good relationships with the people who I have relationships with. I feel loved. That matters. That matters when you feel that you receive the love that you give. That matters. So mentally, I'm a 10. Financially, I'm a 10. Thank God. Next year I'm willing to sacrifice some things that we got going on so that, we can spend more money traveling and doing those kind of things. But I'm just grateful for the opportunity to do what I want to do. I'm just grateful. God willing, those things will come to fruition. Work is a 10. Primarily because I'm off, but also because
so
it's
mentals
really
was a 10, finances was
a 10.
A 10.
Work is a 10.
Wow.
Because I'm off, but then also I really like my job. Like it's weird because usually when I'm off, I'm like, I'm off. I had to really force myself. Not yesterday because it was my baby's birthday and I let everybody know I am unavailable. Today it's some things that I knew I could do, but I was like, no, take this time. You are off. Which is good. So work is a 10. Physically, I'm a 9. I ain't gonna even hold y'all.
I thought we was going for the sweet.
I don't want to lie. I'm sore right now.
I understand.
So
I don't want you to lie neither. You can't tell the people like you fake perfect.
I know. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to get my physical aligned with my mental, my spiritual, my financial, my emotional. I gotta not lose sight of physical. Sometimes it's hard to juggle all of those things, but started going back to, trying to eat better, and then started going back to the gym with my baby. It's so crazy how tables turn. I used to be the one, trying to pull him along and encourage him, and and now on the tail end of him finishing his therapy, he's been in the gym, and I've been tagging along with him, and I can't raise my arms right now. So when y'all see me sitting like this, it's because I'm at this desk, but also because I can't raise my arms. So just know that, all that he doing is because his body used to it. I can only do like this. If I was a bird and had to fly, I would fall because I can't lift up my arms. So that's how I am. I hope you help me take my bra off tonight because my arms can't reach back there. Thank God I already washed and I, had to.
You wash your butt good?
I did, squatting and stuff.
Couple extra minutes.
Yeah, but you got to take my bra off for me because my arms can't go back there.
Hey man, we'll work it out.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Mentally, I feel like I'm a 10. Feel sharp. Feel good mentally. Day of a workout always makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Finances, I would say, is a 9. God is always blessing us. I'm always going to remind people of that. Work is a 9. It's getting better. I was off yesterday. Went back, see my fellas today. Well, see my fella today. One of my other fellas was off because it's his birthday. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to my man Eddie. Happy birthday. And physicality, I feel like a 10.
Oh,
I feel good.
Babe, you be killing it in the gym in a slow, graceful way. I learned from him, it's not about how hard you go, it's about how long, and just building that stamina, and just seeing you motivates me to don't get me wrong. Yes, the other day I had to tell you it was too fast. My little legs was going to walk off. I didn't want to be one of them people that they catch on the camera on the treadmill that be trying to keep up and then just go sliding back.
And your pants come falling, sliding off, and your ass all out.
I'm look, I don't have nothing to prove. My waist is going to break. Babe, it's too fast. I had to slow that thing down. But, it feels good being in the groove, and I'm just looking forward to. I want to live as long as God allows me to be able to love you forever.
So
and I have to be healthy to do that.
I don't know what God has in store. I hope it's all good things, but for whatever it is, I just want to be able to say I showed up for me. Mm-hmm. I did what I was required to do, and I didn't just have this sedentary lifestyle where I sat around and at your feet away.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't want to do that. So, you know, I'm going to show up for me. It's motivating. It feels good once you get in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you don't always want to go every day, but once you get there, it's a different story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I appreciate you coming, like, and just jumping in like that. And following my program, because you can't come the first time you try to change up some shit. Like, you almost was put out the day when you was walking in saying we should do legs. Like, I was almost about to say sit in the car and go to Keys, like cut the air on.
I was saying that because my arms hurt.
Wows and woes, ups and downs, stops and goes, blacks and whites.
So I'm going to try to say this without being emotional. My wow is just having my husband celebrate another birthday. Just knowing that tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Our next birthday damn sure ain't promised to any of us. And I am just truly extremely grateful, you know, just to have you for another day, you know, let alone coming from where we were in January to 8 months later, exactly 8 months later today, January 16th. I'm sorry, I'm telling the date, but I don't care right now. But it's just truly gratitude.
This is a creative space. We can always edit.
Yeah, my heart is just overflowing with gratitude. And it's weird because, you know, we normally take vacation for your birthday, understanding this year we couldn't do that. And I usually like to do a big hoopla for everybody's birthday that I love. Like, well, big is relative, but I like to celebrate. And this year, I just wanted to smile in your face and smell you and be by your side. You surprised me by being home, but I was just.
It's the first birthday I ever took off.
No, we're usually on vacation for your birthday.
No, I mean took off from work, like.
Oh,
took the day, like you
yeah,
know,
like if we not on vacation,
yeah. Obviously, if we on vacation,
yeah, but you're right, and I was happy that you did. Yeah. It's your holiday.
Yeah. Woes.
My woe, it would just be being, you know, without speaking in specifics, just someone that we love, going through some health issues, but I know God is a healer. It hurts when you know someone else is facing things that makes them afraid. When people are afraid and you just want to surround them with love. And, you know, it's just one of those woe moments of life where life just lifes. And, but I know all the while when life is lifing, God is Godding. And He has the final say in all things. So, you know, it's a woe, but I know it will turn into a wow. So I'm looking forward to being able to celebrate that wow in the future.
Yep. We have the same exact wows and woes. I'm wow because I had a freaking birthday and I turned 46 years old and I feel good. And I'm super thankful for what I went through in January. To be at a birthday is like damn. And I never was a big birthday guy. I remember birthdays that, you know, probably nobody said happy birthday to me and I was fine with it. But, you know, though I could imagine like when I was 20 something years old, like I just felt like that about birthdays. It's just another day. But as you get older and realize time is something we all can't beat and it's not on our side, those birthdays mean a lot more. That you was here for another year, another trip around the sun, another year to love your family, love your wife, love your kid, you know, be there for them. It's a blessing. So birthdays are the shit for me. Now going forward, like I'm happy to celebrate life in that way. So yeah, 46. Wow.
And we've been celebrating your birthday since your 25th.
Right. I was ready to say we celebrated 21 birthdays together. And at 15, 16 years old, you couldn't ask me, what are you going to be doing at 46 years old? I would have laughed at you like, 46, I don't know, like old, dead, like whatever the fuck I would have said, ignorant at that age. But I couldn't see 46. Like, I couldn't give you even if you said, think hypothetically, what do you think you would be doing? Right. I still couldn't give you an answer at 46, like what I would be doing. And my fucking life is awesome. I love it. And I thank God for it. So that's my wow. My woe is that somebody near and dear, close to my heart, is going through some pain and trouble with their loved one. And this person is super special to me, to us. And it weighs on my heart. When I'm thinking about it and talking about it now, I feel like I can cry. It makes my stomach hurt. But I just pray for this person hourly. She means a lot to me in that way. And I just wish the best for her and her loved one. So that's my woe. Birthdays. Turned 46 years old. Thank you to everybody out there who wished me a happy birthday via social media. I appreciate it. I felt the love. I felt the like for the people that don't love me and just like me. I felt that too. So I just want to say appreciate to everybody out there who wished your boy International Water happy birthday. I really do appreciate it. I also want to shout out my wife's friend Arlene, who made me a cake. I really appreciate it. It was super good. I loved it. I love chocolate. I can't wait to eat more. So keep doing your thing because your cake was good. And I really, really loved it. Thank you. I appreciate it. But birthdays, again, I wasn't really a big birthday person. You always were a big birthday person. What was your best birthday?
Wow.
Being 42. Can you think back to some notable birthdays?
So I would say my best birthday was my 40th because that was the first time that we were able to go on a plane.
Woo woo!
And we went to
Rico!
So this was January 2021, right after my husband got his freedom and, had ID. We were waiting for his passport to come. The initial plan was to go to Jamaica, and my sisters were coming with us. And at the last minute, we had to kind of pivot because he didn't get his passport in time. And we ended up going to Puerto Rico.
How heartbroken I was.
Yeah, he thought it wasn't going to come. Mine's came, but his was held up a little bit. So we had to pivot like almost last minute. I'm grateful my sisters were in agreement to say like, look, we still going, but we can't go here. We got to do this. We went and had an amazing time. Like fun. I think we did an episode there. Yeah. I don't remember which one. It might have been like 4.
No, yeah, it was. It might have been before 10. Yeah.
Because definitely might. I think it was like episode 3 or 4. It might have been 2. Yeah. I don't know, but it was super early. But that was my best birthday because we had the opportunity. And this is crazy, right? My husband always says to me, like, when he promised me something, he's going to make it happen. And for years, like leading up to my 40th birthday, I kept saying, I want to go on an amazing trip. I really want to go on a trip. And his situation was still in play at the time. And he would say, like, babe, stop doing that. Like, I was putting a lot of pressure on him, knowingly but unknowingly. I was just praying and hoping, and something in me just said, like, God, like, this is gonna happen. I had no idea that, he had everything going on that he was going on initially to have his issue resolved. But I say all that to say, for my 40th, it came to like what we talked about 3-4 years ago prior to that. Yeah. And that was part of my vows that I said to him. That was like manifestation. Yeah, one of my vows that I said to him was that he never broke a promise, and it ended up happening. So that was my favorite birthday, my best birthday to date. Also my 35th, you gave me a surprise birthday dinner. Yeah. That was awesome. That Sullivan's Steakhouse with some of my nearest and dearest. People, some friends were upset at me about that, but one, it was a surprise. I didn't know.
What may I ask? What they upset for?
Like, because they was okay. We've had this conversation. She understands. Like, well, maybe I won't say that, but some people who I'm friends with,
well, why can't you say it? You can always edit. Tell me.
Arlene, like, she was one person that was like, damn, like I wasn't invited, and she and I have always been close. It was somebody else I used to work with at IBC. We're actually not like as close anymore, but at that time we were. But again, it was a surprise, and you know there was other factors in play.
Right.
So I mean, but it ended up being a great birthday. Yeah, it ended up being a great birthday. That was one of my favorites. When I was younger, I can remember birthdays like very early, but then it was like the mid years. I really didn't remember anything. Like I remember having birthdays at like 5, 6 years old at Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I would just have like cake and ice cream, because having a winter birthday is different than having a summer birthday where you can like do outdoor stuff and have cookouts and all that. I will say for my
sunshine in your pictures.
Yeah, for my 16th birthday, me and one of my closest friends, Jade, our birthday is 2 weeks apart. We were having a bowl. Our plan was to have do something for our 16th birthday. Well, I got in trouble that year and couldn't, so we had to push it, and we
fucking with some nigga.
And we had to have we ended up having.
That's what you gonna do?
Look, I got
skip over that story.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip over that story. Yes,
mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we ended up having a big bowling party for our 17th birthday when we sold tickets, and we made some money.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, you know, a good birthday.
You made money on the party?
Yeah, we sold tickets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ask me to go?
I don't think you was around the neighborhood around it, because a lot of people from the neighborhood came. Yeah, bought tickets. Yeah, I don't think you were around at that time, but yeah, I think we might have made like $300 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think whatever the lanes were, like, yeah, whatever it was, we like broken down per person, charged it up a little bit. Like it might have been like $15 per person or something.
I have a stickler. I mean, okay, so let me ask you this: what's the ultimate gift?
For me, the ultimate gift is a trip, because it's a memory. Like a material item is great. Don't get me wrong. Like I've received jewelry for my birthday, which I love, but I love gifts, but I love moments and memories. So, you know, it's kind of 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, because I mean, you can take trips all year long. You can buy gifts all year long too. And I buy myself a lot of stuff. So, I mean, but gifts from you are special because I know like those items are from you.
Mm-hmm.
But I love a trip as a gift.
Okay.
And I like to be surprised too. And I know you'll make that happen one day. I'm looking forward to coming home one day, and now I'll be a little bit afraid if he already got a backpack. My control freak in me is going to be like, oh my God, do he got everything? Do he got enough? Do he got the good panties? Do he got the good bathing suits? Like, I'm going to be nervous, but I'm going to flow with it. I was talking to Toya about that one day, like saying that that's what my brother-in-law needs to do for her. And she would not have that. She would not go.
Bags and look.
She wouldn't go, but I would be nervous as hell. I don't care if we went, if you said, look, we're going to get on an airplane. We're going to buy some panties and everything when we get to wherever we go. But I am looking forward to.
I know your good panties. I know your good bras. Well, I know what to take if I had to pack your underwear.
I know
your outfits. That would kind of be tricky now, and it's weird because in the past it wouldn't be tricky for me, but now it would be tricky for me. Like not unless it was something that was one.
Okay.
Like something that you had on yesterday for dinner or something like that. Like, and I know, but something that you pair up like this shirt with these pants, I would just bring it all. Like I would ball all that shit up and put it in the bag.
And you know, that would drive me crazy. Like, why is my clothes balled up?
I bought the steamer. Relax. I bought the steamer.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm looking for me, a trip or something in the terms of making memories, like, that sticks in your head. So that to me is like the best kind of gift. What about you? First, let's start there. What is the best kind of gift for you?
Wow. Speaking from a different perspective now, health would be the ultimate gift is health. Now, that seems kind of cliche, but a
person can't give you that as a gift.
No, but I agree.
Saying, that's the best gift from God. Yes.
After that, I would think a trip traveling is good. Like I would want to weed is always good. Like even if we don't travel, I can take a bunch of weed. That's always good. Good weed is always good. That's always good. But traveling, yeah, that would be my number one thing, is a plane ticket somewhere, a train ticket somewhere, a road trip. Like, just being with you and traveling would be a good gift. The ultimate gift is, damn, I don't even think I can say this without being emotional. The ultimate gift I had yesterday, where, you know, I thought to myself all day, what's the best part of this day? And the best part of the day was waking up and not having it be 7 months that your husband was dead. So that was the ultimate gift that was given yesterday. So I appreciate that from God, and we still here together. And I'm glad that's not something that you was having to deal with yesterday. Do you know when birthdays started?
No, I was gonna say when the first person was born.
About 3,000 years ago, by black people, Egyptians started birthdays, and guess what?
What?
They celebrated the 9 months. So I ask you, what happened to the 9 months?
Oh God! So technically,
because people say today that conception is the baby. So why doesn't the baby age from conception?
Well, conception and birth are two different things.
But the baby is a baby, a person, and it's alive, in there. So it's a person. You can't. It has the same rights as we do.
So you think when a baby is 3 months old, they should really be considered to be 1 month old?
No, what?
I mean, 1 year old.
Yes, I think you should not do you should count the 9 months.
Well, I think the reason why that's hard. So when a baby comes out,
it's not 0 months. It's 9 months old.
That's hard because how many people truly know the date of conception? So you're going to be guessing on when that true 1 year mark is.
No, because conception is minimal to when you have the baby. Everybody carries the baby. Let's say, theoretically, you carry a baby for a 9-month term. Some people is premature babies, I get that. But excluding that, you carry a kid for 9 months. When you have that kid, it doesn't matter when you conceive them then.
You just automatically count back 9 months?
Yes.
So, but what if that date is like off by a week or so? Because some people go over there. I'm not talking about a premature baby, but some people might have the baby 2 days early or 4 days late. Like you were saying,
and
all that
some people
doesn't
have their
matter.
baby planned on a date. So what do you say about those people?
But those are the people. But that doesn't mean that that's exactly 9 months. Some people get an option, get a choice from the doctor because maybe they're having a C-section or something. So you're saying regardless of the actual conception
So if you go by the
date,
paperwork, if you go to the doctor and they say you're pregnant, and you go by their paperwork and they say you 3 weeks, you 4 weeks, then that's what you go with. So go back to your original paperwork, whatever you was when you there, then you have your date of conception. And if you have your baby at 8 months and 3 weeks, 8 months and 5 weeks, like whatever, 9 weeks and 9 months and 1 week, like whatever it is, then that's what you count.
Well, I am happy in today's society, we don't count a 3-month-old to be a 1 year old. A 3-month-old can't even do anything.
I saw a 3-month-old today being held, getting a shape up and a haircut.
And I hate it.
With the razor, too.
Yeah, like, why are they doing that to those kids' heads?
Like little men when they were
Yeah. Why are they doing that to these? First of all,
I was like, oh, look at the baby. When he got done, I was like, why the fuck they do that?
Is gentility a word?
You make it one for now.
Yeah, I'm going to make that up. The gentility of the skin.
Yeah.
Like, why?
And you putting a razor on there.
That's what I'm talking about. Grown men sometimes get slight razor cuts. Like, why does the baby need to look like that? Like, that is crazy. And I don't know. I mean, you have some Spanish friends, Latino friends, so maybe ask them if it's a cultural thing. Because for when that was I think they were Dominican shop, but he does that frequently.
My Spanish friend saw it today and was like, "That's some bullshit."
Okay,
so it ain't a culture thing.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. But no, there are some cultures like, and I don't know exactly. I don't want to sound ignorant and say Africa because there's 50 plus countries in Africa, but in some African nations, it is a tradition where they shave the baby's head like after a couple months. I don't know
exactly. And roughly too.
Yeah, they shave it and then let it all grow back again. No, so I don't like it. I don't like it either. I don't like a haircut at 3 months. I don't like any of that shit. If you had a son, how long? I wouldn't want
it.
A year? I would want it to be longer.
Yeah, a year old, you can get a haircut. Now, whether I would cut it is one thing, but you can't cut his hair less than 12 months.
Yeah, I would.
That's what you was asking?
I was going to say, when would you want to cut it?
That depends on if I like them with long hair. If he look like all fucked up with long hair, then I'm cutting it off.
No, I would want him to have it until he's like 10.
Some kids' hair nappy. I don't think we would make like nappy kid hair, but some people, boys be nappy and it don't look all that great.
Thick, coarse girl hair is the best. All right, let's go back to birthdays. What was your most memorable birthday? This year, I would say this year, I'm sure holds a significant weight.
Yeah, yesterday was a memorable birthday. More memorable than any birthday I've ever had in my life. So 46 would be the answer for me for that.
Prior to
that would be when you threw a party for me. That was my first party ever. I never had a party. I never had people show up for me like that. And when I think back, it's like such a different crowd. What years will do? But that's such a different crowd. And yeah, that would have been one of my greatest birthdays. Is that? How old was I then?
Well,
because it was a little mix-up, right?
Yeah, talking about that. So during those times, my husband had a different.
I didn't allow my age.
Yeah, my husband had a different identity that he would use for work purposes, and I got the years mixed up. So we were celebrating his 35th, but I think we was a little bit early. Yeah, I think we celebrated your I think you were only 34, but we were celebrating your 35th. So if y'all came to the 35th birthday party, surprise, we were a year early.
It's all right.
And the crazy thing is, I didn't realize it until probably probably like the next year. It was like, wait a minute, 35. What we did, and it was
you pulled it fast.
It was too late.
There's a craze going around, and it's intriguing, and I want to know your thoughts about it. But and a lot of women are involved in this too, and indulging. But shrooms. Oh. People are taking a lot of shrooms. I know people smoke a lot of weed, but people also microdose shrooms. Any of our fans out there ever had a shroom experience? We would love to hear about it. Like, if you want to speak about it in the comments or whatever, we would love to hear about it. I had a shroom experience. I've talked about it on the podcast before with a chocolate bar, but a lot of people are taking shrooms, and if you microdose, you don't get the powerful, going to space high that you would get if you sat and did a session. Would that be something that you would consider, or was the cookie enough for you?
Yeah. So in theory, I would love to be able to indulge, to see, like, just the curiosity in me makes me want to know, like, how it would make me feel. However, I am terribly afraid of being high after my cookie episode. And have we told the cookie story?
Yeah, you told the cookie story.
Okay.
Yeah, you told the cookie story.
Yeah, after the cookie edible, I'm afraid of
I wouldn't let you. I just wanted to see what you would say.
It's kind of like
I would be against it. I don't want to, don't chill. I would be against it. Just fucking relax.
It's like, the curiosity of me wanting to know what it would be like, if I would have any revelations or how I would feel. But I don't like not feeling like myself. That is one thing that I love about myself.
I don't drink. Yeah, go ahead.
And no shade to people who smoke, drink, do all of that. A couple weeks ago, I went to dinner Unbeknownst, and I had such a great time.
I know people were on mushrooms there.
People were drinking, like having a good time. Like nobody seen. We saw one guy,
but smell no reefer.
No, I didn't. I mean, they actually had security walking around in the beginning, but it was so many people. Security probably there. I mean, I'm sure there were some people who were smoking. I seen some people vaping, so yeah. But I didn't really smell any weed. People were smoking cigars. But I'm just saying that to say I had such a great time in my sober mind. I'm happy that I'm not one that needs anything to loosen my inhibitions. I used to feel like a couple drinks and I can dance. Baby, it don't take nothing for me to get up and start dancing now. Like I dance through the crowd all night long. So with that being said, I'm afraid of what it would feel like. Like it may be a good trip or whatever you do, but what if it's not? I'm right. And then
what it does, what I hear it does, and I kind of knew this when I took it, but I kind of was afraid because it came on too fast, so I kind of got scared and panicked. But whatever your mood is, whatever your environment is, it exacerbates that. So if you was in that environment, dancing, laughing, joking, then you would have been okay. Like that, you would have enhanced what you were, that euphoric feeling that you was having, and you would have been okay. Now, if you was like angry or mean,
it would have enhanced that.
Took mushrooms, yeah. The craze is weirdly a phenomenon with soccer moms now. Like they're microdosing mushrooms, saying it makes them more focused to get kids up for school in the morning, get them dressed, not forget shit. They said the same
thing about Ritalin
but that's terrible for you. Fucking taking Adderall and Ritalin.
And mushrooms aren't?
No, mushrooms are fucking natural from the ground. You can't, no.
What happens if you take, you go on a trip and you,
You're microdosing, so you're not really...
But people say that, but people indulge and people go too far.
No, so, but I'm saying that you're microdosing, you have a regimen. So that you're not, going to go too far if you're supposed to take... If a whole cat will make you go to the moon, then you would take 8 of these all day, 8 pieces of that cat all day long, maybe one little piece every hour. So it's not fully smacking you in the face at the same time.
I like my Tasha mind. I like my
I know you.
reality.
I'm talking about, what do you think about the women out there who seem to have crossed over into, okay, smoking weed, we know a lot of people do that, but now it's like psychedelics is a thing, this along with ayahuasca and shit like that.
Now ayahuasca is different because that's like an experiential thing, where
mushrooms is too, babe.
But what I'm saying is you're not walking around taking ayahuasca every day. When I say experiential, meaning you go for this experience in this setting. You may go multiple times, shaman, but you're not walking around doing it. Walking around and having this part of your daily regimen, it's a little bit sad to me, and I don't want to be judgmental, but maybe I am, because it's what is it about your reality that you're trying to escape from? I just don't...
Waking up in the morning screaming at kids who don't want to get up and go to school. They can't find clothes. They sluggish. They bullshitting. This one lying about being sick. You making 4 different breakfasts. People are late. You forgot to get gas in the car. That's what you're trying to escape. But people are doing that sober, and if it's not working the way that you're doing it, then find a better way to do it so that it isn't so overwhelming for you. But to alter your reality to be able to do that, I think down the line is going to cause a bigger problem. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I just think down the line is going to cause a bigger problem. Or you're going to be... Are these things not addictive? No.
Okay.
It doesn't have an addictive quality like a Ritalin or a Percocet or something like that would, or Xanax.
Yeah, so it's not an opiate. Yeah, I just... to each their own. I'm just afraid to experience or to just be in that state of mind where I think I would feel safe with you, if you were around me. Now, if you couldn't do it at the same time, because I need you to protect me. If I say I need to go to the ER, I need you to take me.
For what? I don't want to go, and I just want to be out here monitored. What the fuck are you talking about?
I need them to watch me in case something starts happening. But I wouldn't want to be in that state of mind and start seeing people talk to me and stuff and really start hallucinating. Like, that can be very scary
That's the
and
scary
traumatizing.
part of it for you, is hallucinating. You think you're going to see things that's not there?
Not so much hallucinating, but being in an unknown state of mind is scary. That
I don't
part
think
is
you
scary
hallucinate and see things you're not there. But let's say you see a dog and you're like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" He might say, "I'm pretty good."
And I start freaking out or something.
Why would that freak you out?
The dog is talking to me.
Why wouldn't you? But you talk to him. Why wouldn't you just fucking
But we
keep
talk
talking?
to animals today. They don't talk back.
But wouldn't that be...
Like, we talk to animals every day. We don't expect them to speak English. So that would freak me out.
You would be like, that would make you panic, or would you be like, I mean, you think you would be like, "Hey, buddy, come here."
I don't know. I might never be the same after experiencing that. I might never be the same. And having a dog talk
You come
to
back
me.
to life like they talk.
Yes. Now I see dogs everywhere, and I'm looking like, I know you about to say, I know you got some words inside of you. I may never be able to think normally again.
You will be able to think normally. You would just be like mind blown that something opened your reality up. You'll be like, I knew they could talk. I knew they
But
could
I
talk.
don't think that they can, and I don't want to learn that.
You don't think they can talk?
No.
Okay.
Dogs can't talk.
They can feel emotion and do all that shit that we can do except talk.
Yeah. That's
And
like,
what
you
about
think a chimpanzee can talk?
What about the dogs that they have on a video saying like, "I love you"?
They're mimicking voice sounds, but they don't know what they're saying. They're just trying to mimic the tonation of your voice. So you think chimpanzees can talk?
No.
They're 99% of our DNA.
No, but they talk amongst them. I mean,
well, that's what I'm
silently.
saying. If you in the jungle and you take a mushroom, you think you and this chimp gonna sit here and have a conversation?
You around a chimp, you're in trouble. You're pulling you fucking apart.
Or take one and go to the zoo.
Yeah, that's a good trip to look at the animals and do stuff like that, or be somewhere where it's colors, or just be somewhere where it's happy.
I've been and stole somebody's kid from the zoo and be on the news or something. Like, no, I don't need to be outside.
Some people think like you're gonna hallucinate to the point where it's like, I'm gonna walk in the street and don't see the fire truck. Like,
No,
you're not gonna hallucinate like that where you don't see a screaming fire truck coming down the street. You're gonna get hit.
Yeah,
You might look at a girl and be like, "Damn, her titties are big," and they might grow in front of you,
like cartoon.
Damn.
Would you ever do it again?
No, absolutely not. Like, I took mushroom, that chocolate bar, and the smoke was my thoughts. Like, the smoke was forming almost like a split mirror down the middle, and whatever was happening on the left side was happening on the right side. And I just kept seeing smoke form shapes of, I don't even know what, horses, like all kinds of stuff. And
so
I
when you
wanted
say
it to
were your
stop.
thoughts, like whatever you thought about the smoke would form?
I don't know what it was forming. It was doing it on its own, but it was making shapes. And at first it was pretty cool. And in a second it was like, this is not wanting to stop. It felt like, you know, when your heart start racing, it's like, okay, I don't like you know, I don't want to be high no more. Take the cookie out.
Yeah, get the cookie out of me.
Trump got indicted in Georgia this time, Fulton County. You know about Fulton County? They don't fuck around down Fulton County. Trump and 18 associates, 2020 charges with interfering in the election. He has till August 25th to surrender. Trump going to jail. He fucking with Georgia.
You know, I read something that said they have
like
right.
YSL, like that kind of RICO. That's a problem. And the sheriff already said, no matter what your status is, you come through Fulton County, you getting mugshot. So there will be mugshots of Trump.
Let me just say or ask this, and I'm no fan of Trump, his racist rhetoric, his misogynistic ways, but I feel like, and maybe he truly has done some things that warrant him being in trouble, but I also feel like at the same time, there's some sort of ongoing plan, like it's maybe he knows something that people don't want to get out, which I mean, you're playing a dangerous game if that's the case, because he don't have no problem saying something he don't have no business saying. But it's like, it just makes me wonder, why do they have it out for him so bad? at that legal level. Like, it just makes me wonder. I feel like the government, there's always something they're trying to cover up. So what they show us is just the epidermis. It's the very top thin layer.
I used to call it the upper.
Yes, and there's a lot underneath there that they are covering that ain't really that deep under if you really went looking. But it just makes me think, what are y'all really trying to do? To have all these indictments going on, like, what are y'all really trying to do? Is it just to get him not to be able to run for president? But even being a felon, he can still run for president. Let's say he get 10 years. I mean, then when he gets out, he may be too old. But it just makes me wonder, what is the real deal? What are y'all really trying to hide? I don't know. But yeah, I did read that in Georgia, if you get a RICO, there is mandatory jail time.
That lady, the DA, I don't think she, Trump said she had an affair with a gang leader. But I think, like, she not playing down there in Georgia. And I think Trump will go to jail this time.
I think he may. Whether long or short, I think he will do some time.
Do you think he's still going to be president?
I don't think he can be president from jail.
No, but I mean, what if he get out of jail?
Yeah, I think that if Trump was to run against Biden, he will definitely be president again. Like, now the thing is, okay, let me say this, and I'm not really informed as to who else in the Republican Party other than DeSantis, I know, is on the out there, putting himself out there. So if he won the Republican nomination, I do believe that he would beat Biden. Now, the question is, would he win the Republican nomination? That I don't know.
We got the people in place that's going to put him there. Who else they going to put there? They don't want DeSantis to be.
But it's quite a few. And I don't know all of them, but there's quite a few people that are throwing their hats in the ring to potentially run against him to get the Republican ticket. Yeah, I agree.
But who the Republicans going to back? Fuck who's running. Like, we got Cornel West running, but he not really going to win. Ain't nobody going to back him. So there's a bunch of names on the Republican side that's going to run, but who they going to back?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's big names. Maybe they don't want DeSantis.
They don't want DeSantis.
But there are other people, like bigger name people. Now, I'm not talking about like the independent people.
And you don't think if Trump locked up a couple of months and got out, you don't think that people, them 60 million people that voted for him the first time, you think they wouldn't vote for him? His type of demo, I think they would still vote for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said if he won the Republican ticket, I think I feel
he's president.
Yeah, I would be sure that he would beat Biden.
Enough of Trump. The Michael Oher story, Blindside. Yeah. Apparently, there's been some mix-up with that, and he's not really adopted by this family. And I heard something about this a while ago, but I didn't know, like, to what extent. But I knew it was some shaky shit about the movie. But the family didn't really adopt him, and apparently the family came back and said he's tried to shake them down for movie money 3 times already.
Well, my thing is this. Why try to shake them down? Did he not get any movie money?
I don't think he did because he was homeless. And I think they're the people who were the forefront and had the contracts and all that kind of stuff.
At the time the movie was made,
he didn't even have a residence.
No, at the time the movie was made, it was about his story. He was then in the NFL. So when the movie was made about him going from being homeless to the NFL.
I don't think he got money for the movie. So obviously he signed away some publishing or his rights or something, but I don't think he got money for the movie.
Wow.
Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for it.
Which is pretty sad if he didn't. It was about his damn life story. So it's pretty sad if he didn't. But this is one of the reasons why we as the Black community, we have to be mindful of always wanting to invite everybody to the cookout.
What you mean? Like support other Black people?
No, I'm not saying support other Black people. Sometimes there are people that come along and are applauded as the saviors of people.
Black people?
Yeah, when they find themselves. Now, sometimes it's warranted. We've heard stories of people that where it's warranted. Like I remember, I think it was Steve Harvey had told a story about a family or somebody who had helped him, and they were white, and then
they were on his show before.
Yeah, so sometimes you give them their due because they may have helped some people, but then you have those people who sometimes come along and I'm trying to think of somebody like in the public eye, but they present themselves as wanting to be the help for Black people, and they have ulterior motives. It don't really turn out to be that. This being a case where, because my question is, why didn't they adopt him?
They said they did.
Right, they said they did. The movie said they did. I mean, why didn't they? From what I read, very minimally, is that I guess maybe they were just his legal guardians.
Right, like powers of attorney.
Right, and there was some sort of conservatorship. Now, when I hear a conservatorship, that's basically somebody being in charge of you. Like Britney Spears, when she was having whatever psychological or psychiatric issue she was having, her father had conservatorship over her, or her mother, somebody.
Say the word again.
Conservatorship.
Yeah.
Even right now, that. Wendy Williams, there's somebody in her camp that has conservatorship over her, basically managing your money.
So it's like a power of attorney, but not called a power of attorney.
Well, it's more in the sense of managing your money so that you do not mismanage it. Gotcha. Like you're going through something in your life that enables you or disables you from being able to properly care for yourself. So let's look at it. Conservatorship is a court order that appoints someone to oversee the financial affairs of a minor or a person who is incapacitated. A guardianship typically involves the appointment of someone to manage the medical and physical care of a person with limited capacity. So conservatorship is specifically someone being in charge of your finances. Now, in the case of Wendy Williams, because of her issues with alcohol, I don't know if it was anything else. Maybe that was the thing. Okay, if we manage your money, maybe we give you a weekly, daily, monthly allowance, from your money so that you don't spend it on alcohol, to make sure, hopefully, that people have your best interest at heart, that all this money that you got, it's able to last and you don't blow it. And that was the same thing that happened to Britney Spears. Now, she said it wasn't nothing wrong with her. Her family didn't have to do it. They did it in a sense of being greedy and trying to steal her money. But for him, supposedly, they had tricked him into signing something that appointed them conservatorship over his money. So it's not necessarily power of attorney, because power of attorney is in place to make decisions for you legally because you may be incapacitated.
So how can somebody do something to you like that without you signing?
Maybe you don't know how to read, or maybe you trusted them and they said, "Oh, we just need you to sign this paper because we doing blah blah blah," and you trust them and you sign it and you don't read it, or maybe you read it and you don't really understand the legalese of the documents that you're signing. If I came to you and said, "Babe, I got this paper from such and we doing something with the house, and me explaining to, I just need you to sign right here," you gonna trust me,
right?
And I mean,
and not think you trying to get conservatorship over me.
Yeah, like I'm not
fucking evil witch.
Yeah, so I mean, in that case, it could have very well been the same situation. He's thinking these people have, and I'm not saying they did this. I'm saying what he said, that they tricked him into signing some papers that granted them conservatorship, basically in charge of all his finances.
That's fucked up. Like you said, the movie was about him. It was about his life. And he ended up being like, the conclusion is he went to the NFL, and that's what the whole movie was about, the blind side. So, he's a left tackle. He plays the blind side, so he protects the quarterback. That's fucked up. And I don't know who's right, who's wrong in this, but somebody should break the dude. Even if he made NFL millions, he still should get money from that goddamn movie.
And if he is, let's say they did have conservatorship, and he's saying, "I don't want y'all to have that anymore." Fine. If he wastes his money, that's on him. Like free him from it. That's right. On him.
Because he don't live there no more. He ain't been under the...
He's an adult.
Yeah. And been on his own. And if they have conservatorship and he's in the NFL making money, do they got rights over that too?
Yeah, it's not so much that they have rights to spend it. They basically are in control of your finances.
So when his money hits his account, they allocate it.
Yeah.
His NFL money too.
Probably whatever money that he had.
That's fucked up.
I don't know if conservatorship means oversight or authority over all finances. Do you specify certain accounts? Like, okay, they have conservatorship over this account, but not that. I don't know specifically, but I would think it's over all of your finances if it's to the best of your interest. If we feel like, you know, I keep referring to Wendy because of her situation. If it's like, okay, she will be a detriment to herself. She'll spend all her money or she'll drink herself to death.
Wow. That's the first time I heard that word.
Yeah. Britney Spears was the first time I heard that word. Like, you know, her situation from a couple years ago when she was fighting to get free from her parents.
Right, her dad.
Her dad, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I learned something today. I learned watching a show earlier about life path numbers. Is that what it was? Life path. I am a 5 and you are a 9. Look up 5. Google life path number 5.
Oh wow! And what? So what?
I did the calculation. Just Google life.
What information was needed?
Your birthday.
Okay, so life path 5. You said.
Yes.
Okay, so life path 5. That's you.
Mm-hmm.
Is a person with a variety of talents. They can run several projects at the same time and have a gift for advising and communicating with others. Life path. This life path is most suited to career paths where they have a lot of freedom and the ability to change.
That sounds just like me.
Just like your job.
You were life path number 9.
Okay. Life path 9s are literally known as the humanitarians, being both creative and extremely concerned with serving others. 9 is philanthropic and driven by a desire to give back.
Wow.
And it's
pretty accurate.
Mysterious abilities as well as a combination of energy from all. Okay. It's the last number. It represents excellence and wholeness. It brings all of the duties that are supposed to be completed or unfinished to close. Wow.
People out there that watch us, what is your life path number? You take your birthday and write it down. Like, say your birthday was 7/15/77. You would add 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7, and that's going to equal a double-digit number, and then you add them two until you get one single-digit number. So that's how you would get your number.
It says life path weakness. With great strength comes weaknesses. Life path 9 people can be perfectionists. Always striving for excellence, individuals can become disappointed and easily hurt by criticism when unrealistic expectations are unable to come to fruition. Wow. And you know, that's part of my I don't call it a weakness, but my areas of opportunity, as I like to call it.
Not one of your best attributes.
No, it's not. It's not. For
you
yours,
have a snapshot of things in your head, and if they don't go right, you don't go right.
Wow. For you, you are of less patience, which has to be controlled. Because of this, you get easily irritated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's how you get your life path numbers. See what your life path number is. Maybe you care about it, maybe you don't. But you add your birthday up numerically until you get a single digit number. 3 grams. Not much has happened. Magoo passed away, 50 years old. Timberland and Magoo. I haven't heard Magoo's name since the only song that I knew him on, which was Timberland's first song. Since then, I haven't heard Magoo or his name until he passed away.
But it's so crazy. I agree.
They were that rich.
But his name is that synonymous, like Timberland and Magoo. Yeah. When you hear it, it's like, oh wow, where the hell he been? But it's sad that he passed away so young. I know,
at 50 years old, and not much details on how he died. But shit, 50?
Yeah, pretty young. Pretty young.
That's not good at all. Clarence Avant passed away at 92. This guy was the godfather of entertainment and media. Like, he had his hands in so many companies and helped so many black people get in positions from what's the guy that had the long running radio station? Tom Joyner. Michael Baisden, Charlemagne, like just so many black people he's helped out and get places and mentored throughout the entertainment industry, especially in media. and he owned a ton of companies. And he was the guy whose wife was brutally murdered in a home invasion a couple years ago, or a few years ago. I think right before the pandemic or after the pandemic. But 92 years old. Yeah. A bed bugs was found in a Vegas hotel that cost $40,000 a night. Also a hotel room they said Beyonce stayed in before.
You know, I'm not surprised because
$40,000 a night and y'all got fucking bed bugs.
Well, it had to be like some sort of suite or something, but it just goes to show.
It could have been one floor. I don't give a shit. Y'all, for 40 grand, you shouldn't even be talking about this.
It's so easy to contract bed bugs, though. You think about it.
But at $40,000 a night, what's the cleaning regimen behind a room like this with this type of status? Obviously, it's some presidential suite. Like, what the fuck do y'all do after cleaning in here?
But it only takes one bed bug. I mean, like, okay, in hotel rooms, they have sofas in there. You can clean, you can vacuum, you can do a whole lot. They lay eggs somewhere. Like, you would have to bring in a bed bug exterminator after every guest left. I mean, which I'm sure they have the money to do, but it's
if you're charging for rooms $40,000 a night.
Yeah, but it's so, like, that's why it skeeves me out. You know how I am when we go places. We went to a movie theater that had cloth seats. I was ready to cry and he wouldn't let us leave.
We went to see Cocaine Bear. I didn't know it had cloth seats. I just went to the closest movie theater. We kind of knew that when we pulled up and seen like,
it was
this is old.
We are never going there again. Public transportation, I don't understand how that still has cloth seats. I think airplanes have removed cloth seats.
Not in all of them.
Not in all of them?
People say on Spirit and Frontier they still have cloth seats. Delta.
No, Frontier has hard seats. I heard that are very uncomfortable. But I think what we're gonna do when we travel and go places,
but that don't necessarily mean every plane.
Right. I'm gonna keep ponchos like in my bag everywhere we go. I'm dead serious because that you just never know. I mean, in bed bugs you can vacuum them up or do whatever you do. But if they laid an egg, it's virtually impossible. And you talk about mattresses.
I think they said heat's the only thing that kills them, like high temperature heat.
So maybe if they like high steamed but I mean, yeah, it's disgusting, but it's so easy. I can understand how it's very easy to catch them. And it makes you think about restaurants and stuff. Like you need to have non-porous seating in any kind of public place.
Yeah.
Any kind of public place.
When you went to restaurants, it made me start thinking about the documentary Poison and your truth about your food. And they showed this guy who was a germaphobe, right? I'm going off kilter here, but he was like a germaphobe, one of the cleanest people in the world, like a bio, one of them type of people who deal with pathogens and know how to clean. Him opening up a pack of chicken in his kitchen, he contaminated 22 spots.
Yeah, I was listening.
And that's him. Like, can you imagine how many spots you contaminate? And you're not to be shots at you, but you're not as clean and as aware assessing.
Yeah, I'm not checking pathogens and stuff on the counters and stuff. But I mean, some of the things I heard, it was like, it's nasty. Cleaning meat, cleaning chicken, it's all disgusting. I try to at any time I have chicken to clean it. And, I try to, spray, wash my hands, spray. But it is nasty.
It is. Let's do a wrap. Act 2, the podcast, episode 136 coming to a close. Again, I appreciate everybody with the birthday wishes, the love.
Calls, texts, DMs,
posts, videos. Yeah, I love the kids. I appreciate y'all. Little Mace, Aubrey, Mackenzie, Madison, E. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, I felt the love. Happy birthday to me. Act 2 the podcast. Y'all can catch us on Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, no more Threads, YouTube, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Facebook, and Breaker, and also act2thepodcast.com. That's it. If you fuck with us, you fuck with us.
If you don't, you should.
Peace.